the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' speedy running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Eagles and the Dolphins under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Link. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that and help drive them down the field.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown! Jordan Addison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the pride of Wyoming in his 6th season with one of the league's strongest arms, Josh Allen.
And I think if he has most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And a nice stiff arm that opens room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to...
Oh.
Defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they're just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You talk about this Miami defense.
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to it, and we will step aside.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Play action. It's Herbert. Under a heavy rush and down he goes.
Multiple plays combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here's Achane to start the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, Allen.
That's a crazy play there.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes you try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From midfield, here's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Back to the ground, Achane. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert now. A short throw taken in by Conqueror. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches. We just saw him do there because it looks like a wide receiver where he goes about his business.
Yeah, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
Thrown across his it's intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 30.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. Oh, that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A run straight ahead with Achane. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
He'll buy some time right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Taken down at the 42. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. This taken in by Downs. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Herbert wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he is caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back to back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL.
On Herbert, his third interception. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Allen. Boy, stays up. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, just batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up that 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, they always wanted to go for it, and I think they get the right idea right now. The way they moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught by Dell. And they work this right upfield across the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen now on the option right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On first down, Allen escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Eagles! Devon Achane from 21 yards away. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Christian McCaffrey. Well, all the way in for a Miami touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Allen looks to throw on second down. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Quick throw to Olave. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can go big.
He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run Achane at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Achane. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devon Achane with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay has not been good. They lead now up to 14. Gay to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as...
And nothing but green grass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, Allen's throw complete there to St. Brown. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Here's Allen. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man, Dell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game,
will you let him out real quick?
Tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
They had a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Up the middle, Achane. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jerick McKinnon. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert. That complete to Downs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage,
And then it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Addison, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to win a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Allen running right on the option.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run once more with McKinnon.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week.